The 24 hours of the Passion. 18th hour. From 10 to 11 a.m. Jesus takes up the cross and walks toward Calvary, where he is stripped. Preparation.
O my Lord Jesus Christ, prostrate in your divine presence, I implore your most loving heart to admit me to the sorrowful meditation of the 24 hours in which for love of us you wanted to suffer so much, in your adorable body and in your most holy soul, unto death on the cross. Oh please, give me help, grace, love, deep compassion and understanding of your sufferings, as I now meditate the 18th hour. And for those which I cannot meditate, I offer you my will to meditate them, and I willingly intend to meditate them in all the hours in which I have to apply myself to my duties, or sleep. Accept, O merciful Lord, my loving intention, and let it be beneficial for me and for all, as if I effectively and in a saintly way accomplished what I wish to practice. Meanwhile, I give you thanks, O my Jesus, for calling me to union with you by means of prayer. And to please you more, I take your thoughts, your tongue, your heart, and with this I intend to pray, fusing all of myself in your will and in your love, and stretching out my arms to hug you, I place my head on your heart, and I begin.
The 18th hour. From 10 to 11 a.m. Jesus takes up the cross and walks toward Calvary, where he is stripped.
My Jesus, insatiable love, I see that you give yourself no peace. I feel your fidgets of love, your pains. Your heart beats strongly. In every heartbeat I feel bursts, tortures, violences of love. And unable to contain the fire that devours you, you pant, moan, sigh, and in each moan I hear you say, "Cross."
Each drop of your blood repeats, "Cross." All your pains, through which you swim as though in an interminable sea, repeat among themselves, "Cross."
And you exclaim, "O cross, beloved and longed for, you alone will save my children, and I concentrate in you all my love." Second crowning with thorns. Meanwhile, your enemies take you back into the praetorium, and remove the purple mantle, wanting to clothe you again with your own garments. But, alas, how much pain! It would be sweeter for me to die than to see you suffer so much. The garment remains snagged to the crown, and they are unable to pull it off. So, with cruelty never before seen, they tear off everything together, garment and crown. At the cruel tearing, many thorns break, remaining stuck inside your most holy head. Blood pours down in torrents, and your pain is such that you moan. But the enemies, heedless of the tortures, clothe you with your own garment, and then put the crown back, pushing it violently upon your head. The thorns are driven into your eyes, into your ears. There is not one part of your most holy head that does not feel their piercing. Your pain is such that you stagger under those cruel hands, shivering from head to foot. You are about to die among atrocious spasms of pain. And with your languishing eyes, filled with blood, you look at me, with difficulty, asking for help in so much pain. My Jesus, King of sorrows, let me sustain you and hold you tightly to my heart. I would want to take the fire that devours you to burn your enemies to ashes and rescue you. But you don't want it, because your yearnings for the cross become more ardent, and you quickly want to immolate yourself on it, also for your enemies. But as I hold you tightly to my heart, you, holding me tightly to yours, tell me, my child, let me pour out my love, and together with me, repair for those who do good and yet dishonor me. These Jews clothe me with my own garment in order to discredit me even more before the people, to convince them that I am a criminal. In appearance, the action of clothing me was good, but in its essence it was evil. Ah! How many do good works, administer sacraments or attend them, with human, and even evil purposes. But good, done badly, leads to hardness. So I want to be crowned for the second time, with pains sharper than the first time, in order to shatter this hardness, and with my thorns, draw them to myself. Ah, my child, this second crowning is much more painful. I feel my head swimming in the midst of thorns. At every movement I make, or blow they give to me, I suffer many cruel deaths. In this way I repair for the malice of the offenses. I repair for those, who, in whatever interior state they find themselves, instead of thinking of their own sanctification, waste and reject my grace, giving me back more piercing thorns, while I am forced to moan, to cry tears of blood, and to sigh for their salvation.
Ah! I do everything to love them, and the creatures do everything to offend me.
You, at least, do not leave me alone in my pains and reparations.
Jesus embraces the cross.
My tortured good, with you I repair, with you I suffer. But I see that your enemies hurl you down the stairs. The people await you with fury and eagerness. They make you find the cross ready, which you long for with many sighs. And you, with love you gaze on it, and with firm step you approach it and embrace it. But, before that, you kiss it, and as a shiver of joy runs through your most holy humanity, with highest contentment you gaze on it again, measuring its length and breadth.
In it, already, you establish the portion for each creature.
You dower them all, enough to bind them to the divinity with a bond of marriage, and make them heirs of the kingdom of heaven. Then, unable to contain the love with which you love them, you kiss the cross again, and say, "Adored cross, finally I embrace you. You were the longing of my heart, the martyrdom of my love. But you, O cross, had delayed until now, while my steps were always toward you. Holy cross, you were the goal of my desires, the purpose of my existence down here. In you I concentrate my whole being, in you I place all my children, and you will be their life, their light, defense, custody and strength. You will assist them in everything, and will bring them gloriously to me in heaven.
O cross, pulpit of wisdom, you alone will teach true sanctity. You alone will form the heroes, the athletes, the martyrs, the saints.
Beautiful cross, you are my throne, and since I have to leave the earth, you will remain in my place. To you I give all souls as dowry. Keep them, save them. I entrust them to you."
In saying this, eager,
you let it be placed upon your most holy shoulders.
Ah!
My Jesus, the cross is too light for your love, but the weight of our sins unites to that of the cross, enormous and immense, as the expanse of the heavens. And you, my wearied good, you feel crushed under the weight of so many sins. Your soul is horrified at their sight, and feels the pain of each sin. Your sanctity remains shaken before so much ugliness, and as the cross weighs upon your shoulders, you stagger, you pant, and a mortal sweat creeps through your most holy humanity. Oh please, my love, I don't have the heart to leave you alone. I want to share the weight of the cross with you. And to relieve you from the weight of sins, I cling to your feet. I want to give you, in the name of all creatures, love for those who do not love you, praises for those who despise you, blessings, thanksgivings, obedience on behalf of all. I promise that in any offense you receive, I intend to offer you all of myself in reparation, to do the acts opposite to the offenses the creatures give you, and to console you with my kisses and continuous acts of love. But I see that I am too miserable. I need you to be able to really repair you. Therefore I unite myself to your most holy humanity, and together with you I unite my thoughts to yours in order to repair for the evil thoughts, mine, and of all. My eyes to yours, to repair for the evil glances, my mouth to yours, to repair for the blasphemies and the evil discourses, my heart to yours, to repair for the evil tendencies, desires and affections. In a word, I want to repair everything that your most holy humanity repairs, uniting myself to the immensity of your love for all, and to the immense good you do to all. But I am not yet content. I want to unite myself to your divinity, and I dissolve my nothingness in it, and in this way I give you everything. I give you your love to quench your bitternesses. I give you your heart to relieve you from our coldness, lack of correspondence, ingratitude, and the little love of the creatures. I give you your harmonies to cheer your hearing from the deafening blasphemies it receives. I give you your beauty to relieve you from the ugliness of our souls, when we muddy ourselves in sin. I give you your purity to relieve you from the lack of righteous intention, and from the mud and rot you see in many souls.
I give you your immensity to relieve you from the voluntary constraints into which souls put themselves.
I give you your ardor to burn all sins in all hearts, so that all may love you, and no one may offend you, ever again. In sum, I give you all that you are, to give you infinite satisfaction, eternal, immense and infinite love. The painful way to Calvary. My most patient Jesus, I see you take the first steps under the enormous weight of the cross. I unite my steps to yours, and when you, weak, bled dry and staggering, are about to fall, I will be at your side to sustain you. I will place my shoulders beneath it, so as to share its weight with you. Do not disdain me, but accept me as your faithful companion.
Oh Jesus, you look at me, and I see that you repair for those who do not carry their crosses with resignation, but rather, they swear, get irritated, commit suicide, and commit murders.
And for all you impetrate love and resignation to their crosses.
But your pain is such that you feel crushed under the cross. You have taken only the first steps, and you already fall under it.
As you fall, you knock against the stones. The thorns are driven more into your head, while all your wounds are embittered, and pour out new blood. And since you do not have the strength to get up, your enemies, irritated, try to make you stand with kicks and shoves. My fallen love, let me help you to stand. Let me kiss you, dry your blood, and repair together with you for those who sin out of ignorance, fragility and weakness.
I pray you to give help to these souls.
My life, Jesus, making you suffer unheard of spasms. Your enemies have managed to put you on your feet, and as you walk, staggering, I hear your panting breath. Your heart beats more strongly and new pains pierce it intensely. You shake your head in order to clear your eyes from the blood that fills them, and you gaze anxiously. Ah, my Jesus, I understood everything. Your mama, who is searching for you like a moaning dove, wants to tell you one last word, and receive your last gaze. And you feel her pains, her heart lacerated in yours, moved and wounded by her love and by yours. You see her pushing her way through the crowd, wanting at any cost to see you, to hug you, to give you the last goodbye. But you are more transfixed in seeing her mortal paleness, and all of your pains reproduced in her by force of love. If she lives, it is only by a miracle of your omnipotence. You move your steps toward hers, but you can hardly exchange a glance. Oh, pang of your two hearts! The soldiers notice it, and with blows and shoving prevent mama and son from exchanging the last goodbye. The torment of both is such that your mama remains petrified by the pain, and is about to die. Faithful John and the pious women sustain her, while you fall again under the cross. Then, your sorrowful mama does with her soul that which she cannot do with her body, because she is prevented. She enters into you, makes the will of the Eternal One her own, and associating herself in all your pains, performs the office of your mother, kisses you, repairs you, soothes you, and pours the balm of her sorrowful love into all your wounds. My suffering Jesus, I too unite with the pierced mama. I make all your pains, and every drop of your blood my own. In each wound I want to act as a mama for you, and together with her, and with you, I repair for all the dangerous encounters, and for those who expose themselves to occasions of sin, or, forced by necessity to be exposed, remain entangled in sin.
Meanwhile, you moan, fallen under the cross.
The soldiers fear that you may die under the weight of so many martyrdoms, and from the shedding of so much blood. In spite of this, by lashes and kicks, with difficulty, they manage to put you on your feet again. And you repair for repeated falls into sin, for mortal sins committed by every class of people, and you pray for obstinate sinners, shedding tears of blood for their conversion.